Right here.
Alrighty, guys. Well, everybody, welcome to the Sunday night training call. We are Samantha and Ray Allen. We are Premier Pro 5s, and we live in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And we are so honored to be on here with all of you guys tonight. And we hope we can bring some value and a few nuggets to help you move your business forward. So many of you have probably seen us talk about social media. And that's something that we are definitely going to be talking about tonight. And we're going to specifically talk about the daily actions that we have found to just be entirely successful for our entire team. So I'm going to let Ray give a little bit of background on all of that.
Absolutely. So, we know that consistency is so key in this business and really anything you're trying to be successful with in life, right? Stu says it all the time, 2 a day, every day, easy to do, easy not to do. And for us, something that we noticed was, for a while in our business, we knew that we were supposed to say, okay, yeah, we're going to do the proven plan. We're going to do 15 presentations a month. We're going to database. We're going to follow up. That's great. That's a monthly, goal to shoot for, right? Those 15 presentations a month at minimum. And, goals are so important to have annual, monthly, weekly goals. But we found that we were lacking something to do literally daily. And so we went back and, listened to as many people as possible. And we put together a daily method of operation, which we literally use as a checklist of things we do every single day. And the one we use is tailored towards building on social media, which has been, primarily where we are, the space that our team has been building on and having a lot of success with. So, we found it, really important in order to help us find that consistency, to find, and define a finite, number of things that we're going to take action on every single day, black and white, easy to do, easy not to do. But, once you do it consistently, it's easy to keep yourself accountable. In our team alone, we've seen that the most growth always comes when everyone on our team is in action doing the daily method of operation. We typically have a campaign or a challenge within our team leading up to Elite Academy, which is just over a month away. So, so sure enough, if you look at anyone's profiles in our team, you're going to see everybody taking daily action. And it's because of this daily method of operation that helps us not only keep ourselves accountable, but also builds habits, because it's the habits that you practice every single day that allow you to really, at the end, be successful in what we're doing here. So I'll let Samantha share the specifics, but I'll say this, our biggest months have always trailed right after a period of lots and lots of people on our team, all in action, all rowing together, doing that DMO.
Yeah, absolutely. And the 2 a day, every day that Stu talks about, that's still absolutely applicable. However, you can get this information in front of 2 people every single day, whether that's making phone calls, whether that's inviting people over to your house or meeting them for one-on-ones for coffee. What we found that if you really want to leverage social media, which we highly recommend that you do, even if you are doing all those other things too, is to have a specific checklist of things that before you hit the pillow every night, you're doing these things. And again, they are very easy to do. What we're going to show you probably takes, if you put it all together, I mean, sometimes you do it kind of throughout the day, but if you sat down and put it all together, the entire checklist could probably take you an hour or less. Sorry, our dog is in the background getting a little rowdy. So we're going to go ahead and share our screen. I know Stu tried to send out the PDF of this, but I don't know if that came through in the back office or not for people. So if you don't have this and you would like it, we will make sure that we find a way to get it to everybody after this training. But Ray's going to go ahead and share the screen.
Give me a moment. There we go. It's not that. Not a pesto recipe. That's not what we're doing. I'm sorry.
Although they might want that too.
We're not on our home field tonight, so we're visiting family, so we're using someone else's laptop. Just give me one moment. I'll have it up here. There we go. That looks way more like it.
Okay. All right, guys. So I'm just going to walk you through this, and I'm going to go into a little bit more detail than we have gone. Because we're just covering this. This is all we're going to cover tonight. And then at the end, we have an awesome Pro 4 who's going to share some details about the Father's Day promotion going on with the incentive with the products. But for about the next 10 to 15 minutes, we're going to share in detail about what this daily method looks like. So The very beginning of our daily method of operation starts with personal development, because anything that you're doing in this business, you cannot grow unless you are growing yourself first. And you have to be very intentional about that. So it doesn't matter how fancy of a Facebook profile you have. If you are not growing authentically, people are going to see right through that. All Facebook is a way for you to share with people who you truly and authentically are. And I know that everybody in LifeVantage is becoming the best version of themselves. So you should be sharing that with the world. It's a gift to give to people. But we put this on the checklist because, again, it's easy to do, easy not to do. But we have found that if you do a minimum of 15 minutes of general personal development, and I'll explain that, and 15 minutes of network marketing specific, that keeps you very well honed. It keeps your mindset in the right place, and it keeps your network marketing skills in the right place every day. So let me give a couple examples of what we use. For general personal development, guys, there's so much free content out there. You know, Ray and I love audiobooks, and we constantly have an audiobook that we're listening to, so you obviously have to pay for those. But there's so much free content out there that you almost could train yourself all the way to the top of this without ever having to purchase something. And one of the best ways to find that is YouTube. Literally, just YouTube, mindset, personal development for the mind, or success, or keywords like positive thinking. Anything like that is a great place to start. Another place is podcasts. We really love tuning into very specific podcasts for network marketing. The one that we recommend wholeheartedly is MLM Nation. If you don't know what that is, that's Simon Chan. He's one of the top earners in all of network marketing. And he has basically, over the past couple of years, interviewed all of the 6, 7, and 8-figure earners in network marketing on his podcast.
Yeah, and why I love that specific podcast so much is, you know, I love our Pro Audio series. And, you know, what MLM Nation is they're anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour of a one-on-one interview of a top network marketer or top earner in, you know, you name it, network marketing company. They tell their story and essentially, you know, how they've been successful. So it's basically like spending an hour with a top earner hearing their story and their personal story within their, you know, their own business. So.
Yes, and I would say we could personally attribute a lot of some of the successes that we've had to just listening to those MLM Nation episodes, because, you know, if you hear somebody that you resonate with and you can understand their story and how they did it, it can show you a path of how you can make it happen. Because we all have such different backgrounds. So you really need to find somebody that has a similar scenario to you and see that they've found a way. And actually, we have, I think there's now 5 leaders from LifeVantage that have been interviewed. I know our Sean and Michelle Poe. Go listen to their interview. It's amazing. I know Tara Wilson, Rachel Jackson, Carrie Dickey, and there's more. And Fred Graves have all been interviewed by Simon Chan. So if you just go to MLM Nation, those podcasts. If you're not sure what podcast is, it's just an app on your phone, and you can subscribe to anything at all. So MLM Nation, can't say enough about that one for the network marketing specific training. Again, you could also do, I know that there's really great YouTubes that are out there from a lot of our leaders in LifeVantage. I know Sean and Michelle have an incredible YouTube channel. Just click on their channel and just pick one. Every day, if you're doing this consistently every day, you're going to learn something new. You're going to hone your skills. Same thing for mindset. Some of the people that we love are Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Les Brown. Go to YouTube, type their names in, and that's where you can get your 15 minutes of minimum of personal development. And that can be, we like stuff that you can listen to rather than reading, because we have 3 kids, we're busy, we homeschool, you know, raise active duty. We're living very, you know, busy lives as you all are. So it's a good way to really get that in there. But you have to check it off every single day. You can't overlook that. The next step is 2 to 3 Facebook posts on your personal page, your personal profile every single day. Now, we have found that 2 to 3 is just kind of that sweet spot. That you know, it's not too many and it's not too few. And if you're not familiar, the thing is about being consistent with Facebook is that Facebook has certain algorithms, and if you're not there every single day showing up, then they you kind of drop off the radar, and they're not showing your posts to people. So this 2 to 3 posts is kind of the perfect number, and we have it lined up morning, afternoon, and evening. Now, we're not going to get into the best time to post. Just generally space them out sometime in the morning, sometime in the afternoon, and sometime in the evening. Don't drive yourself crazy with, the exact perfect time. You just want to be sharing good content and it'll all work itself out. So our exact formula calls for 2 a day. And our formula, when we have everybody following it exactly, is an 8-4-2-1 formula. That means, you want to explain what those 8 are? The 8 are.
Yeah, so those 8 posts are going to be, your general value-added posts, okay? Not anything about your company, not anything about our products, just something that brings value to Facebook, right? So not complaining, sharing a positive message, maybe hopefully sharing something you've learned through your personal development that you did earlier that day. Maybe it's, a snapshot of what you're doing that day with your family or friends or whatever it is you're doing, something to add value and make Facebook basically a better place, right? A more positive place for people to come and receive their information.
Yeah, absolutely. Just want to make sure we definitely are recording right now.
We are recording.
Okay. Whew, I had a scary moment there for a second.
No,
okay, and so then so that's the 8 posts throughout the week. Okay, 4 of those posts then, as part of the 8, 4, 2, and 1. 4 of those posts are going to be product curiosity posts. Okay. Now again, we recommend that you never say the name of your company or your product. 1, for compliance, so you're not, out there speaking on behalf of LifeVantage in an unofficial way. And then 2, because you want to create curiosity. If you give all the goods away, then people can just go Google on their own. They might even go to Amazon instead of coming to you for the information. So pique curiosity. You could share somebody's story without saying. You could just say, hey, once they were activated, or once they reduced their oxidative stress, here's what happened with their health. Or you can do education about oxidative stress or mitochondrial dysfunction or gut health, things like that. But what we found is that doing that about 4 times in a week, spaced out, if you're doing this exact formula, is the right amount. It's not too many, it's not too little, it doesn't spam people, but it gets the message out to people. Because if you're only sharing product curiosity once a week or once a month, people they can't connect those dots. They need to see a consistent message from you. Conversely, if you're doing it more than that, then people think that's all you're about. They think that all you're trying to do is sell them this little yellow pill, and that you don't have any more value beyond that to share. So that's why this whole formula has to be a complete thing, and it has to be consistency over time. Now, that being said, you might need to work up your muscle memory for this. So in the very beginning, you might not go out there and post 2 times a day every single day. Maybe you're just going to work on posting 1 time a day every day. And maybe you do, half of the formula. But just basically have that understanding that it's kind of like an 80-20 rule. 80% of the time you're posting about who you are authentically, or sharing positive value, sharing a positive quote. And then about 20% of the time you're kind of just sprinkling curiosity about what it is that you're doing with the products. Now, the next one I think is very self-explanatory. Wish all your friends a happy birthday. If you don't know how to do that, guys, you just go to the calendar on your Facebook app and you go to events and you see a list every single day of people's birthdays. 1, it's just a generally nice thing to reach out to people on their birthday. And 2, it's just a way to put you on your friends' minds. It's just another way that people are, know that you're thinking about them. That's very simple. I'm not going to go into any more depth about that. The 3 new conversations via Facebook message. Okay, I would say this is probably the toughest one. Because it's the most uncomfortable part. It's kind of like the equivalent of reaching out with a phone call to somebody when we're doing our 2 a day every day, or when we're calling people on our database. But I want to give an example of one of the ways that we've found to make this a little bit easier, and it ties into another part of the daily method of operation, which actually is down here, that last part where it says add 3 friends a day. What we like to do is when we add a new friend on Facebook, you immediately send them a message. And when you send them a message, you could just say something like, hey, Kelly, I saw your name pop up on one of my friends' feeds, and I realized that we weren't friends. It's been, gosh, it must have been 15 years since high school. What are you up to these days? It's good to connect. It doesn't have to be, hey, I am part of a business opportunity, and I thought you might want to check it out. Please don't do that. We want to be building authentic relationships, right?
Yeah, and I think a common misconception when it comes to social media, maybe why some people have a little bit of a wall or a guard up against it, is they think that people are just out there, friendly random people who they don't know. I guarantee you there are hundreds and probably thousands of people that you know already that you're not friends with on Facebook, that you've come across, worked with, played on the team with, went to school with. I know there are people out there, so don't think you just have to reach out to find random people. There are people out there that you know that would probably be really happy to hear from you by friending them and then sending them a message and saying, hey, how are you? Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is just striking up conversations. And again, going back to the consistency over time, if you're just striking up 3 new conversations over time, you're eventually going to have people who are either one, just really excited to hear from you, and you get into a conversation and then you go down like the rabbit hole of what they've been up to. Maybe they share some things with you that they're dealing with. And maybe at a certain point, you realize, gosh, after like us going back and forth and catching up, like, have you heard of Nrf2 activation? Like, have you heard of like what this can do for your health if somebody shares something like that? So you kind of, again, think of it as relationship building. Don't think of it as just trying to like get somebody or sell somebody something. You are just truly trying to make authentic relationships with people. And if something eventually comes of that, you can then ask them if they want to be invited into your education group, if they'd like to get more information about what you know, what might maybe be able to help them, things like that. So it's a consistency day in and day out. But 3, we found that 3 messages a day is something that's doable. But if you try to do 10, then or a ton more, then maybe you won't do it every single day. And it would be better to do 3 a day than 10 one day and none for the rest of the week.
And
so
you're looking to have meaningful conversations,
right.
not blast somebody,
Yeah, good point.
You're trying to have meaningful conversations because you're trying to have meaningful relationships. So.
Yes, absolutely. If you're trying to have 10 to 15 or 20 conversations with people every day, I guess Ray's point is like, how meaningful can your conversation be? There's only so much time in the day to really have that kind of conversation with people. So anyway, I think we covered that for sure. One of the really awesome features, if you don't know about this, when you're on your phone or even when you're on your desktop, is there's a little microphone. When you go into your Facebook Messenger, there's a little microphone right next to the message box. And if you hold that microphone down, you can leave them a voice message, kind of like leaving somebody a voicemail, except you don't have to go through that anxiety of calling them and just hoping it goes to the voicemail. It just is like a voice text that goes through to them. And I highly encourage you to use that when you feel it's appropriate. It kind of sets you apart. For one, people can hear your emotion. They can hear that you're real. They can hear your care. And it takes, it actually does take a little bit of an extra thought to send somebody a voice message than to just type like, hey, how are you? So I definitely highly encourage that. And I find that it's a lot quicker because, sometimes it's hard to type out what I'm trying to type, and I'd rather just speak it. So definitely a good option as well. So the next part is 3 engagements. Do you want to explain that, Ray? Like, what are engagements?
Yeah, so engagements would be, reaching out, and not reaching out, but, commenting on other people's posts, hopefully valuable things. And, the rule that I use here is, I'm going to go out and I'm going to not just scroll endlessly on Facebook and get lost in it. Happens sometimes. I'm not proud of it, but it happens. But really, when I'm on my Facebook, I'm there with an intention, and that intention is to do this DMO. And part of that is finding a minimum of 3 people who are posting something of value that I can say, hey, thank you for sharing that. Or, maybe someone is, recommended a book or shared something that they might have learned, from personal development. These are people that I would love to have in my business, right? These are people that I would love to be around because, you're an average of 5 people you spend the most time with. So I reach out to people that I think have a very strong presence on Facebook, very positive, and people who I would like to have in my business, I think that are winners. So I will go out and engage with their content. Whatever their post might be, I might say, hey, I totally agree, or drop some hearts on their Facebook Live or comments, thanking for the value they're adding. But really, it's going out there and, finding a minimum of 3 people that,
to comment on their post. And yes, while it is definitely maybe more strategic or more beneficial for you to look for qualified prospects, I think is kind of what Ray's point is there. I think in general, though, if you're going to be doing this day in and day out, you want to be engaging with your entire network that is on Facebook, right? So anybody that's a Facebook friend of yours, I'm not encouraging you to be commenting on other LifeVantage distributors' posts. In fact, you may, if you really want to use this as a business tool, then get out of that habit. I know we all love each other and want to support each other in LifeVantage, but I'm telling you, when you're commenting on other LifeVantage distributors' posts more than you're commenting on just people who could potentially be prospects, Facebook is going to keep basically regurgitating your stuff to each other. And so you're going to only see other LifeVantage people's posts, other LifeVantage people are going to see your posts, and now you're missing this whole world out there that could potentially be a customer or somebody, a distributor in your business. So grow your network outside of LifeVantage and engage with those people. Basically, the point is you can't just be posting and expect that everybody's just going to be commenting and liking your post. You need to go share value with other people and go be a fan of other people. Even if it's not something so serious, what if it's just they have a cute dog picture? You could just say, wow, your dog is adorable. Like, thanks for sharing that. Or, you know, oh my goodness, like your garden is beautiful. Way to go. It doesn't have to be so serious. It's just showing people that you care. Okay, so that's the 3 engagements. So the 3 friends, and this is the last part we're going to wrap up with before we turn it over. 3 friends being added, okay? Again, this does not include adding LifeVantage distributors. This is to help grow your database or grow your network. So the first place you want to start with growing your friends list is, we all have that database that we sat down and wrote, right? Like at the beginning of every network marketing business, every LifeVantage business, you know that your business, the lifeblood of it is your database. And whether you wrote that on sheets of paper, whether you wrote it in an Excel spreadsheet, every name that you have on your actual database should be a friend of yours on Facebook if they have Facebook. So start there. Go through and only add 3 a day. Facebook also will punish you if you don't, if you try to add like 100 people in one day. They'll put you in something called Facebook jail, which I know sounds really funny to some people, but I know people have been in there, so don't do it.
And they don't want to go back.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the whole point, guys. It's small little steps consistently day in and day out. We're not telling you to do 100 messages a day or 100 likes or comments a day. It's just do these couple little things every day, but do them every day. So adding the friends, start with your database. Another thing I have found really helpful, of course, you're always going to get to the end of your database. You're always going to feel like you don't know anybody else. Start joining Facebook groups that resonate with your passions, with what you're excited about, with things that you maybe do in your personal life. Like, for instance, I'm a homeschooling mom, and I'm also an entrepreneur, right? So I found a group called Homeschool Mompreneurs. Pretty clever, right? So I've been in that group, and my intention in that group was not to go get a customer or get a prospect. My intention was, I want to learn from other homeschool mompreneurs. I want to know how they're balancing the whole, you know, having kids in your house all day and teaching them and running a business. So I've been interacting in that group, trying to ask for advice, trying to give advice, all those things. And yes, I did happen to actually just recently enroll one of the friends that I made as a distributor. She first started as a customer and now she's become a distributor. But that sincerely was not my intent. Like, I was going in to find more like-minded people to just be friends with, you know, and she provided a value to me because she has a business where she does teaches organization, and then I was able to provide a value to her when I found out she had a need. I found out some of her health issues. And so anyway, my point is don't just try to go into groups where it's like natural health and then just wait for people to be like, oh, does anybody have a natural remedy for this? And be that guy who's like, yeah, I've got the little yellow pill. Go into groups of things that you actually care about and things you want to learn about or things that you want to be better in, and go be friends with those people. Then you can add them as a friend, send them a private message, and say something like, hey, I saw you in the group that we're in, Homeschool Mompreneurs group, and I loved what you said and that information you shared. I thought it would be really cool to connect and just follow you. You seem like a really awesome person. Okay, that's just, this whole thing, when you put it all together, it just works. It works for growing your network. It works for having authentic relationships. It works for sharing value with the world and for people to see you as an authentic person who maybe they'd like to partner with, or maybe they just trust, or maybe they just like to follow and catch up with. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. Again, if anybody would like the daily method of operation checklist, I don't know if it came through on the PDF that Stu tried to send out, but we'll definitely make sure that everybody has access to this. So now in our last 5 to 10 minutes here, I'm going to bring on one of our team leaders. Many of you know her, Premier Pro 4, Monica Breitenbach, and she is going to explain to us and share with us the exciting promotion that's going on. LifeVantage is amazing with these promotions they're giving us. I mean, this is the month to rank advance, you guys, because there are so many promotions for free product that are insane. And Monica's going to talk about the Father's Day promotion. So, Monica Breitenbach, can you come on? Let's see. We'll unmute you and turn on your thing. Can you hear?
Yep. Can you guys hear me good?
We got you. Go ahead.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. That was so much fun. Yes, and I'm not going to retell our story about social media, but yes, it does work and it is effective and has a big part to do with why we are Pro 4 now. So here it is, LifeVantage promotions for the month of June. Oh, I love this tagline. So we are going out. The dad bod is out and the vitality person is in. And this applies for more than just dad. So this month, if you add a vitality stack to your subscription, you are getting a free bottle. This is a $70 value of our True Science Anti-Aging Skin Cream. I'm so excited. Our family is actually getting 5 of these this month. I know it's a little excessive, but we love this stuff. So if anyone that had that on their subscription for the 5th or the 10th, they're going to be receiving that. So you guys still have the 15th, the 20th, and the 25th to get in touch with your existing customers and your distributors and let them know about this. It's super exciting. And then any new customers that are interested in taking advantage of this, you will need to call on their order. No big deal. And they'll go ahead and take care of that for you. So that is the first promotion. So let me just give you guys a little bit of a reason why you want to do this in case you aren't familiar with it. The benefits of vitality. You're going to significantly reduce your oxidative stress. You're going to boost your mitochondria and have more cellular energy. You're going to improve your gut health. I said we're out with the dad bod. We're working on the slenderizing, get rid of all that extra waste that's down there. And then you're going to help your brain, give them some good, healthy fatty acids. That's why we want vitality. That is the baseline. That's where we're going moving forward. So it's exciting because the benefit is you get a free product with it. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my husband. This poor guy has German-Irish skin, and the second that he walks out into the sun, he's a lobster. And what happened for our family is when he started utilizing Nerve 2 activation for his skin, he is now a nice, beautiful brown afterwards. So when you guys are at the beach, that's the place where we're thinking about the sun coming out. For us here, it's the desert. So there's promotion number 1. Here's the second one. So this is straight out of my shower and out of the bathroom. When you guys order this promotion together, now you only have until June 15th. So we have the full True Science Beauty System, that's all 4 parts, plus a hand cream, plus our Physique Curb. You're going to get a free box of red raspberry Axio. I know this is grapefruit. I was out of the red raspberry. So that's a $60 product that you're getting for free when you purchase this. So let me explain to you why a dad would want this. That's for everybody. Anybody can have it, but why a dad specifically? So when I started utilizing the skin cleanser to shave my legs, yes, my husband noticed that I had, smoother skin, and so we are in a business of duplication. And he went ahead and he put it on his face, and he also used my razor. I don't know how I feel about that. He uses my razor to shave his face, but whatever. So his skin has improved. He has less rashes or all those things that come from after shaving. And he's active duty military, so he does have to get a really good clean, close shave. We're out in the desert. He's a helicopter pilot. All of that dust and everything. He wants to really protect his skin. Let me paint this picture for you with the dads and the summer vacations being there on the beach with the kids. So first, they're going to want to make sure that their skin is protected with Nerve 2 activation. And then they're going to be washing their hands 5,000 times from all the diaper changes. So they're going to want to put a little bit of hand cream on. That men need it. We have to put that in our hands. All of the sun, all of the time out in the air, it just dries out our hands. We want to keep protecting our skin. Then we're going to be at summer barbecues, and we want to watch how many potato chips we reach for. So he's going to want to add one of these Physique Curbs to his protein shake. Or maybe it's first thing in the morning. He doesn't want to partake in all of the donuts, so he's going to throw that in his coffee. One of the benefits of this is the only way he's going to get through his day with his kids is with some of our Axio Smart Energy. So Those are the two promotions that we are offering, well, rather LifeVantage is offering. It's super exciting to go ahead and take advantage. We've shared that with our team. That is another way to boost some volume in your business. And with the Father's Day promotion, you will get 25 points for the Puerto Vallarta. I said it right. Puerto Vallarta trip. So go ahead and take advantage. You have until June 15th for the Father's Day promotion, and in the entire month of June for subscriptions that are upgraded to a Vitality Stack. Yay, I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for letting me share what we are excited about this month.
Awesome, Monica. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing that. Gosh, you put it so well. I don't know who wouldn't buy that, either of those promotions. But yeah, just a recap, guys. The Father's Day promotion, the one where you have a full part skincare regimen and the hand cream and the chocolate curb, you're going to get the free box of Red Raspberry Axio, but you have to place that order by the 15th of June. So let your customers know that, let your distributors know that, and take advantage of it. And thank you for adding the points to Puerto Vallarta, because that is a big, big deal. Anytime you can get points for an incentive trip, you have to take advantage of it. So guys, thank you so much for being on this call tonight. Monica, thank you for sharing that. Everybody who's tuned in, thank you so much. We hope that we've shared some value, and we hope that you guys just grow your businesses like crazy heading into Anaheim. Elite Academy, I'll make a plug for that. Elite Academy Anaheim, you have to be there. Make every effort to be there. Work with your teams to figure out how you can share rooms, you can save on costs. We like to pack food so you can save on meals, things like that, and get there. It's the best event you'll ever attend is an Elite Academy. So it's in Anaheim on the 13th and 14th of July, and we can't wait to see you all there. So thanks, everybody. Have a great night, and God bless you all.